Hi everybody and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Xeitosa bracelet. This was designed by me, and if you want to know my Instagram, if you don't know I have an Instagram, I'll have it in the description box below. And this is a very cool bracelet, I think. This is the front or the signature side, and this is the back side. I don't like this side as much because I like this little part in the middle here. And I'm going to teach you how to make this today. So you're going to need 6 bar pins. It'll take 2 looms for like a half of this length. I used all of my 4 looms to make it a full length, and it fits pretty well. So you're going to need at least 6 bar pins, all aligned in a straight line. You're going to need a hook, a C-clip, and 3 colors of bands. Today, instead of this teal here, I'll be using just opaque turquoise. Then for the gray and the black, I'll be using Caribbean green and jelly turquoise. I just dropped a band. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to want to do first is get your main border color, and I'm using the same color for this center part as well. So get your first color, and first you're going to place it across these 2 pins here. Then go to the outside twice on each side. And then you're going to just do 2 single chains all the way till the end and then turn into the center. Okay, I cannot deal with my camera being so far over. Okay, so this is a pretty simple process. You can just follow along. I'm not really going to explain it because it's just a simple border. Once you get up to the top, you'll go into the center twice and just leave this 3rd peg open. I'll also push my bands down after I've finished applying my border. Okay, and then again just going into the center twice, leaving this gap open. And I'm now going to push down all of my bands so that I have room. And now what you're going to do is, still using the same color, we're going to be placing these center parts. So you'll go from here to here, like that. Then from the other corner, go from here to here. Then last thing you're going to do is just place 1 band across like that. And after you do that, we're going to skip this peg and go to here. And you're going to go from here up and from here up and here. And you want to make sure that you have these 2 pegs free of anything, just like you have this here. And then, again, go across the middle, skipping this peg, moving on to this one, doing this again. And then connecting them. And doing this all the way down your loom. And last one, you're going to go from here to here, and from here to here, but you're not going to place any more bands after that. You're just going to leave it like that. We'll place the cap band at the very end. So then you're going to come back to the beginning of your loom, and we're now going to place these center bands. So just for your information, it's kind of confusing the first a couple times, so make sure that you are paying attention when we are doing this part. Okay, so take one of your inside colors. Here it's gray and black. I'm just going to use Caribbean green first. From this peg here and this peg here, you're going to go straight forward one time. And then after you go forward there, take two more bands. One goes out to here, the other one goes out to here. Okay, so you make like a little right angle there. Then take two more bands. One of them goes straight up from here and from here. So now you'll have kind of a square shape. And lastly, we're going to go straight forward one more time. And it is really important that you do it in this exact order because the way we loop it needs to like have all of this exactly in the order. Okay, so then that was just the first one. The second one is pretty much what we're going to be doing all the way down the loom. It can get a little confusing, so make sure that again you pay attention because it's a little bit different from the first one. So taking one band and going to this peg here, you're going to go straight. And then from this peg here, you're going to go straight again. Then taking another band, you're going to go to the outside, okay, on both sides. Then after you do that, go from here and here straight up. Then go from here to here and from here to here, just like we did on the first one. Then take two more bands and go straight down. So, like, what's different is this extra part here you have to place first, so that's kind of really the only difference, and then you'll go straight like that. And then you'll switch colors again. It's optional to alternate colors. You can do whatever you like, but I'm going to kind of instruct you a couple more times because it is really confusing. So you go straight here, and do the same thing on the other side. It's like a mirror image. Then go to the outside, then go straight here, and straight here, then go to the outside here, to the outside here, straight down, and then straight up. Okay? Last time, and then we're going to do the next two without instructions. Go straight on the second and the fifth pegs. Then go to the outside. Then go straight on the third and fourth pegs. And then go to the outside again. Then, last one, go straight. Oops, I forgot. You have to go straight here, but you also have to go straight on here as well. Okay. So, I'm going to do that for the next two. And you can just follow along if you're still confused. If you need to, you can rewind to replay the instructions. I know it can get a little confusing. When I was making this my first time, and I was confused, and it was my design, so just kind of confusing, I guess, because you have to place them exactly correct. Okay, and once you get to the end of the loom, I just need to check something here. Okay, yeah, I didn't think I was, yeah, okay, never mind, don't worry about that. Once you get to the end of the loom, take a single turquoise band, cap it on your hook, and apply it across these bottom two pegs here. Once you've done that, we can now turn our loom around and begin the looping process. So, also sorry, I used colors that don't show up very well. I really didn't think of that before I started this tutorial, but I will do my best to explain kind of how to do this. So anyway, going underneath of this capping band here, you're grabbing that top turquoise jelly band, pulling it straight forward, grabbing this one, pulling it straight forward, then going inside of here, grabbing this band, pulling it to the outside, grabbing this band, pulling it up, again go inside of here, pull this band to the outside, and this one just straight up. Then going inside of here, you're only going to push back this top band and grab that band, pull it straight up. Then going inside of there, grabbing this one, pulling it to the outside, and this one going straight up. Again on the other side, just pulling back the first band and pull that up. It's going to look a little bit different because you're only pulling one layer here. Then pull this to the outside and this straight up. And you're going to loop all of this, center part, before we start looping anything else. So I'll explain it a couple more times. So go underneath of this peg and just pull these bands straight forward. Then go inside of here, pull this to the outside, pull that up. Again over here, pull this to the outside, and this up. Then going inside of here, you only have to push back one band, but when you grab this, it'll be tighter because of these other turquoise bands here. So pull that forward, again over here, pull that forward, then pull this to the outside, and pull this straight up. Pulling this to the outside, and this straight up. Last time, pull this one forward, this one forward, this to the outside, this one straight up, this to the outside, this straight up. Ugh. Push back the one band, make sure that you're only grabbing the top one, and pull it up, pull this to the outside, pull this straight up, just grabbing the first band, pulling it forward, pulling that to the outside, pulling that straight up. Alright, so I'm going to do these next 3 steps just the same as you normally would. On the last peg, on the last section, I'll explain a little bit of what you should do if you get confused, because it's a little bit different there than from the rest of the loom. Okay, so as you get to this peg, you're going to do those as regular, and then all you have to do is just pull this one straight, and you don't have anything else to loop to the outsides or up like this, so you're just going to leave that as it is. Then push down all these bands because you need room to loop. It can get a little difficult to push them all down, so I'm just going to try and do my best to push down all of them. Okay, so after you're done that, now we get to loop these bands here. So what you're going to do is go underneath of the capping band again, grab the next top turquoise band, and pull it out to itself. Go inside of here, grab that bottom one, pull it out to itself, and the same thing on the other side. So go underneath, grab this one, pull it out, go to the bottom, grab this, and pull it out. Then what we're going to do is a little bit different because this first one we had the cap band, but for this one it's different, so I'm going to bring this up closer. The first band in here is going to be this band that goes horizontal. So from the left side, grab this band and pull it over to the right side. Then go underneath of that band that you just looped, grab the other half of that band, and loop it back over to this side. Now this will create this little knob in the center here, and then you'll just loop the rest of this just like we did before. So go underneath and grab that bottom one, pull it up, underneath grab this bottom one and pull it up. Same thing on the other side. Again here, grabbing the one on the left, pulling it over to the right, pushing back that one on the left, grabbing that first band, and pulling it over to the left. And then just looping these like normal. So it's not necessarily a weird looping process, but it's definitely like different how I place them, so it's a little confusing, but you should be able to get the hang of it, I hope. And of course, I hope that yours turns out great. I literally just like chose 3 colors from one of my storage cases and went with them, so hopefully it'll look okay. And this last one will just go up there, and this one up here. Now you may want to push down these side bands, because now we're going to loop the border, so go underneath the cap band, just grab that last band, pull it over, this one, this last band, pull it over, then pull that one over, this one, then just pull that one straight up, pull that one straight up, and just do this all the way down your loom. I'm going to take off the cap band and this last row, and then just finish looping the rest of this. Once you get to the top, you'll pull this in to center twice, ending here, coming back to this side, and finishing off this side. Again, pulling that in twice, and so you end here. You're going to grab this bottom band and hold it, then grab this bottom band and hold it. And the neat thing about this is when you pull it off, that this up here looks like these down here. So I like how that turned out. And then you can just pull this off. It shouldn't be too difficult to pull off, except for maybe those long diagonal stretch bands, but just make sure you're careful with them. I'm trying to make sure that this doesn't fall off. Yeah, these diagonal stretch bands are a lot harder to pull off than I normally are. Okay. Come on, bands. And so this is what the back side will look like, and then if you turn it around, it'll look like this in the front. So it kind of looks like one color on camera, but it looks a lot better in like real life. So anyway, that's going to be it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll have my Instagram name in the description box below if you want to check that out. And as always, I hope to see you next time.